This place is known as the Runic Highlands. History states that runes were embedded here, where chaos holds no sway. But now, all that has changed. Our steps should be filled with caution.
You've been here before.
I know only what the Mughals have told me. I tread here for the first time. I long desired to travel the world, but wanderlust was a luxury I could ill afford.
Have you ever been out of the castle at all?
I must confess, my life has been a trifle sheltered, but saying I've never left isn't accurate either.
Trust me, you'll get sick of it soon enough. I'll grab their attention. Then you can see the sights.
Welcome back to Mobius Final Fantasy. Yeah, a repeat of the digest of Chapter 4, because last time I utterly failed at this. There were parts missing because I didn't properly press the recording button and stuff like that. So I'm doing this over. Anyway. Let's just go on. Sarah just joined us.
Here you go! You're mine. Eat this! Here you go!
I'll bring some floaties next time.
Are you hurt?
You got here in a hurry.
I suppose so. You fought on my behalf, so I could not help but worry for your safety.
Your job is to act regal. That's all people expect.
I am not sure what you mean. I can be more than a burden on your shoulders.
That's so.
I could not stay by you were I not prepared to fight.
I can handle things. You stay safe.
Do you not believe me or not trust me?
You're a princess. Think of what would happen at the castle should you fall in battle. Don't want people to despair.
I most humbly thank you for your largesse.
Victory is mine!
You're not tired.
Such scenic landscapes heal both the heart and the mind, do they not? Yet I know this place.
Isn't this your first time here?
It is, but there's a familiar warmth. I wish I could say exactly why.
I've had a similar experience as well. When I first arrived in Palomesia, the wind blowing through my hair reminded me of home. It shouldn't have. I've lost all memories of there.
But the land isn't the only thing here that comforts me. I know that this is the first time that we have traveled together, but I cannot help feeling that I have strolled through the rays of sun here, alongside someone dear to me.
You've no hope. Time to die! Time to die! Here we go!
Well done!
Not half bad.
I know what you're thinking. Not half bad.
Maybe.
If your smile was any wider, it would split your face in half. Ugh,
Uh-huh.
come on. We've been together for what? How long now? Well, at least you're happy. I hope you enjoy your stroll with the princess while you still can.
Yes, if you compare the digest with the real story of what happens during chapter 4, you would notice we're completely missing Momulus and Memus, the two Muggles we met here. Oh, and another thing that's missing, the entire prologue chapter of chapter 4.
Eat this! Here you go!
Before all this was an entire prologue chapter, didn't have really any story relevance. It characterized a bit more of Vox, our Warrior of Light wannabe, and Echo. Also, originally it unlocked the job change mechanic, which by now is adapted to be available at the start of the game. So I guess they just didn't think it was necessary. If you care, I have recorded that separate in the full run, yeah.
Eat this!
So strong!
Perhaps it's time to rest our legs. I do not tire easily. Please, we must press onward.
What is this?
Princess! Princess Sarah! Princess Sarah! We have been lost ever since you embarked on your journey with no one to guide us. If we cannot gaze upon your visage, then we cannot die. We cannot live, Princess Sarah. We need the light of hope that only you can bring.
We must best Chaos. It is the only way to save these unfortunate souls. Come, we have dallied too long.
I always found this a bit perplexing that people could be so desperate for someone to just be there. I mean, it isn't that Sarah did anything, just her mere presence gave these people hope, and her absence, in her absence, they just lie there in despair. And I just don't get it.
Well, how did I do?
You're worried about the castle.
I don't understand. Why?
I know. But you couldn't predict how they would react. I'm sure you'll get used to it eventually.
I suppose.
If you're worried, you could always turn back.
That is what you wish of me?
It's your choice.
And if you were to choose, what would you do?
It's not for me to say.
It would set my mind at ease were you to make my choice and remove all doubt.
And tell you to go?
I did not say that.
Say goodbye! Time to die!
I'll bring some floaties next time.
To a battlefield?
What's this? It appears to be a letter.
To my beloved Metheus.
It's for me?
Would you...
Please, let me take a look.
The curtains in our living room have begun to fade, so I've chosen to replace them. I'd like the new ones to be a shade as red as the evening sun. Your favorite color. Or is that the color you have made your heart?
Well,
Obviously not for me. So, who wrote it?
it's signed by... Oh my.
What's wrong?
It's nothing. Oh no!
By whom is it signed?
Here you go!
Don't worry about what's happening at the castle. Those left behind live to fight against chaos. You cannot continue to blame yourself. You saw as much as I the bravery and valor that they displayed as they fought their utmost.
And I also saw how they struggled as they breathed their last. One of my most solemn duties as nobility is to not shy away. I must witness their sacrifices with my own eyes, and I pledge to do exactly that. But leaving you and returning will accomplish nothing. For another one of my duties is to be with you as you fight to the bitter end.
Bitter end? I have no intention of dying that easily.
Yes, I want you to remain hale and hearty.
I don't know what I would do in Sarah's situation here. Especially as Sarah is utterly unused to having a choice.
Time to die! No mercy here.
A Shadow Mage.
On to the next fight.
Being a princess must be quite draining. Is it? It's the only life I've ever known. I do not pretend at comparing my position with others.
What have I done? Why did I not see the pain my actions would cause?
They're facing the consequences of their own choices.
How heartless!
Without you, we cannot live or fight. They're thrusting responsibility for their own lives onto you.
I thought the same way until recently. I kept my true feelings hidden within, but I cannot anymore. I see it clearly now. I understand the despair of not having anyone for whom to live, for whom to yearn. Serving as a beacon of hope has bestowed upon me a unique sense of clarity. Yes, I feel their pain as if it were my own.
Well, Sarah, there is the option to turn back. You just have to choose it. I can carry on my own.
Eat this! go! Time to die!
Well done!
Another letter? And it's addressed to me. Perhaps it's better to say that it's intended for someone with the same name.
My beloved Metheus, I commissioned a new chair for you with a cushion fashioned out of the finest leather in the color you love so much. The refreshing hue of the setting sun we once viewed from atop that tower. I pray that my letters are reaching you safely. I do hope that we can see each other again before this new chair grows old. Yours dearest, Sarah.
Yours dearest, Sarah.
Well, it cannot be me. Never have I asked someone to fashion a chair.
The letters setting sun must refer to the evening skies over some mystical place.
I, too, have special memories of a day just like that. Utterly mysterious.
She sweeps it under the rug.
And the temple is entirely skipped, yeah? Well, there wasn't any viewing here in the crystal, so I guess that's fine.
Say goodbye! Your last mistake! Time to die! To ask.
On to the next fight.
We've been pushing too hard. Let's rest.
No, we must make haste. I have abandoned my people for far too long. We must best chaos and return the light of hope to people's eyes.
There's no we about it. I'm the one who will be taking up arms against chaos.
You are right.
Don't worry. Leave the hard work to me. The world will be saved if I become the warrior of light and fulfill my charge. I'll worry about what I have to do. As for you, Sarah, you are a princess. Keeping yourself safe is paramount over everything.
Yes. I know now that I was not mistaken in choosing you above all others. What are you doing? Unhand me this instant!
Forgive us, Princess! Master, up ahead is our homeland Mogha!
if the prophecy said anything about Moogle abductions.
Probably
You're
not.
watching my every move, aren't you, Vox?
Probably nothing about Moogle abductions.
Jameson! Say goodbye! Huh? Here we go!
You're not tired.
Oh, look. Another letter from our mysterious Sarah.
My beloved Metheus, remember how I commissioned a chair? I also ordered 2 canes. One for me and one for you. They are quite firm but light. I hope you'll find it useful. Yours dearest, Sarah.
Canes? Huh. Are these two a couple in their twilight years?
These letters makes one wonder if the story of Sarah and the Warrior of Light doesn't maybe repeat itself in some fashion, or time loops or whatever.
Time to die! Jameson!
Shadow Onion Knights.
Time to die!
Wanna go for another dive?
You? As the name implies, Mockheim is the village of the Moogles. It feels good to get that off my chest. Kubo. Not that we doubt your strength, but your journey will only get more arduous from here, Kubo. It's not that we don't respect her wishes. We just want to recognize what it means to be of royal blood, Kubo. We're sorry for the commotion earlier, Master. we Mughals may share memories, but that doesn't mean we interpret them the same way. We have each got our own opinions, so sometimes we have to talk with each other to hammer out a plan. And that's what you're going to do right now. Many of the Mughals think that we can trust you with keeping Sarah safe. But when it came down to it, well, you know the rest.
Look, another letter addressed to you.
I'm sick of them.
Allow me, my beloved. I hope this letter finds you well. I still think back on the time I spent waiting for you with the Mughals. Although I was sad then, I now recall the hope I clutched tightly in my chest. And to this day, that hope continues to light my path. Perhaps waiting is one of the many responsibilities of a noble family's daughter. I still wait forever and always. Yours, Sarah. All the time we have spent together has shown me so much and filled me with joy. Alas, I had forgotten my purpose.
You'll stay behind?
Yes.
And that letter from before, you wrote it to me. You're angry at me? I don't get it.
Must I say it aloud? It pains me to think that there are other Sarahs in your life who think of you. I shall remain here, awaiting your safe return.
Yeah. And so I must fight alone once more. Although comparing Fox and Sarah, I know which one I would gladly lay my life down for. I could think of worse things than seeing a smile of contentment on her face. Was this too foretold? Is this my destiny? If someone had predicted how she thinks and feels, and how I respond and act. Cruel place.
Part 2.
My head swam when I first awoke in Palamecia, and I could remember nothing but my own name. I could only move forward on the path laid out before me, an ancient prophecy. If I failed, I would falter and stagnate like the many blanks who came before me. Yet I succeeded. I survived, and have come all this way. And through it all, I earned Sarah's trust. But I never stopped to think about what I was doing. I blindly followed the prophecy. Yet in the end, is it a prophecy worth fulfilling?
That is the question, isn't it?
Master, I know that no one can take Mog's place, but I'm here to serve you just the same. I'm Mog, Capo.
Hi.
I know everything about you and your travels that Mog knew. So I hope that you can think of me in the same way.
Not that easy.
I guess it isn't. Then let me show you that I can be a good companion. After all, we Mughals love to be loved, Capo.
Now, there's our goal. And unlike the real event, we go right through the middle here. Through the blighted land. Normally we would go around.
Say goodbye!
Because Moog is too cowardly to go through there. And we indulge him.
You're mine! Here you go!
two of us. Spit it out!
Huh?
You know what I mean! You and Sarah!
What about us?
Don't play coy! The two of you get as close as peas in a pod, and now that you're separated, your heart must be shattered into pieces.
You seem annoyingly pleased.
Pretending to care's fun. So, come on and share with me what's hidden deep, deep within your heart.
Where was all this delusional excitement when she was actually here?
Why, I would be loath to intrude. Surely you don't think I'm so uncouth as to make myself the third wheel?
And I thought you were upset that I gave all my love to Sarah and had none left for you.
Well, aren't we the jokester today? Of course you and Sarah were meant to be together. That's what the prophecy says, right? And as for me, I'm just a simple fairy, bound to your service whether I like it or not. So, it doesn't matter to me one little bit if you're swapping spit with her. I don't care! Do whatever you want!
We're not swapping spit. Good to know you're still your normal, insufferable self.
Insufferable? Why, you... Just say, Echo, all I need is you. In that flat tone of yours. Come on now, out with it!
Echo, all I need is you.
I would say that hit home.
He's dead! Say goodbye! Here we go!
You're not tired.
Hi, Moog. The crystal's now yours for the viewing. Kupo. That's great. Now we can make for the continent.
I get it now, Kupo. All ready to go. Kupo, Kupo, Kupo.
Sarah sent a message back to the castle. Everyone's glad she's safe, Capo. Now their hearts are filled with hope once more.
That was easy. They had looked so despondent when Sarah left.
Well, there's another reason they're happy, Capo. They don't sense the presence of chaos anymore.
Good to hear.
Unfortunately, no. It's only a matter of time before he comes again. He's seen all the hard work that you've done gathering the runes, Capo. And so, he's after you.
Then we fight.
But you're not strong enough to defeat him yet, Capo.
Why not?
Because your heart isn't in it. You need to be single-minded of purpose. The warrior of light is to rise from the depths of the darkest night.
Depths of the darkest night. That does not sound fun.
Chainsaw! You ready for this?
Wanna go for another dive?
Chaos really came to chase after me alone.
That means that he recognizes your strength and unwavering determination, Capo.
You said I had to rise from the depths of the darkest night, yeah?
Capo?
Another prophecy?
Yes.
Who made these prophecies? If you know of them, then obviously someone must have thought them up.
Well, that does make sense. But I've never really given it much thought, Capo.
Then do.
Capo. In Palamecia, things far in the past are likely to be forgotten, Capo. It doesn't really matter who said the prophecy, but rather what the prophecy has to say, Capo.
What kind of an answer is that? If you don't know who the prophecy's author is, how can you trust it? Wait. Everything's starting to make sense. If everyone here goes off baseless assumptions, no wonder this world seems so off.
And here's the ruined chaos created already.
Here we go! No mercy here.
Battles get longer as chaos shows up.
Chainsaw!
Congrats!
You said that I couldn't win because my heart isn't in it.
Victory sometimes means despair.
And that's why I need to rise up from despair, right? So I can claim victory. I despair from fighting an unwinnable fight. And from there, I rise up again.
Maybe I shouldn't ask this, but are you in despair now?
A bit.
A bit's not enough. Only when you plummet into its deepest recesses can you thrive. But I'm glad you're on the way.
Thank you.
Say goodbye!
Are you up for some more? My Moogle compatriots have told me that they're ready to impede Chaos's progress, Capo.
The Moogles? No, it's too dangerous.
They want to say goodbye.
They insane? Is this what it means to despair? No, it's not despair. It's anger.
The Warrior of Light is prophesized to rise from despair. For it is only from the depths of the abyss that true hope can be born.
Yeah, they just noticed. They totally went over that. They skipped over that. In the full exposition of this event, of the story, they mentioned that why is Chaos not attacking me? He's trying to break me before he kills me, and that's why he's attacking the Moogles.
Get out of here!
again. It's the same thing that happened to Mog. Do you think that stealing my friends away from me will crush my spirit? That I'll lay over and die? You've misjudged me. You haven't crushed me, only made me want to fight harder.
Oops, wrong one. This is determination born from rage, not despair.
Well done!
Chaos, you're next on the list. This ends here and now.
Interesting. You do not despair.
Why would I despair? I'm too angry for that.
What would you think if it were Sarah instead?
If it were Sarah,
Should Sarah be the one to fall instead of the Moogle, how would you react?
you're pathetic.
You know nothing, do you?
Wait, are you testing me again?
And poof, he's away.
What? Is anyone there? Answer me. Garland. Anyone. Vox. I know you can hear me. Where do I go from here? Sarah, how can I protect you now?
Rather anticlimactic ending. Hey, me crushers.
On to the next fight.
Garland and Sarah.
No.
Do not worry, she is merely unconscious. I pledge to watch over her until she awakens. Until then, you must fight. Of course, this place is fraught with peril. The Moogles and I shall make sure Sarah safely reaches the castle.
You have my thanks.
Away to the teleportation stone.
Okay, let's go. No need, I can swim.
This letter, I suppose it came from farther up the river.
My dearest Metheus, I must provide you with ill tidings. War is about to break out of our neighboring nation. So many people here have lost hope, and I cannot help but wonder. Have you lost hope as well? Yours dearest, Sarah.
That soggy letter can only contain drivel, as watered down as the river on which it came.
And you think it's from Sarah?
Who knows?
It's addressed to me.
Is it truly intended for you? Or is it just addressed to someone who bears the same name?
What are you implying? That I'm a nobody?
No. Just, your name is one that makes Palamecia go around and around in a never-ceasing spiral.
Meaning what?
Ah, good to see you taking an interest. But you shall have no answers until chaos is defeated.
Thank you.
Look over there. Hope takes many forms in this world, but that is the one which will fill it with light. For you see, the warrior of light, he who is destined to fight against chaos, can harness it. In other words, only the warrior of light is able to open the way. And if you are the chosen one, then you shall have the answers you seek. Yet it will not be easy.
How do we get there?
By pressing on. Every step you have taken since arriving in Palamecia has brought you ever closer.
To that thing over there. It's not yet on the map.
You're not tired.
How dare you touch me? Remove your filthy claws. I could scarce bear to leave your side, so I secretly departed from Moghain and followed your tracks. I knew, within my heart of hearts, that it was right to do. And then, this vile garland. Look, we are almost there.
Princess, you are to head back to the tower and wait for us to bring good tidings.
But
We both agree that you only serve as a burden to us here.
Then I have no choice.
What was that light?
Shall we find out?
You're mine. Here we go. Here you go. Ready for this?
Can you hear the call of the seas?
Warrior, you have seen the light.
What?
Princess Sarah, of course. You have seen the soft light emanating from her graceful form.
We both know that it was an illusion you set up to trick me.
No, the radiance did come from the princess herself. Perhaps I have talked about the light of hope. Indeed, it is none other than the brilliance shining from Princess Sarah.
What do you take me for? Light doesn't just shine from people's bodies like a torch.
Ah, yes. Palamecia is a world of hope unbound, a land of prophecy. Miracles are not fairy tales. We call them miracles because they are infrequent. Surely a warrior of light would recognize that what he saw was the light of hope itself.
Wait, weren't you the one to say that you felt no light around me? That I was lacking in hope? So what you're saying is, if I were to become filled with hope, that I would give off a light much like that of Princess Sarah's?
I have the highest expectations that you will restore hope to all whom it was so violently wrested from.
Feel free to think what you like.
Vox is super shady, but I don't think he's lying about the light of hope. Okay, last step on this chapter.
Now or never. Time to die! Eat this! Say goodbye!
I got excited watching that.
Perhaps you wish me to teach you more, but my well of knowledge has unfortunately run quite dry. Prophecies, legends, experiences, they all blend into each other until you cannot tell one from the others. And they all get in the way. And we wouldn't want that. I know that you will triumph over chaos. She doesn't shine as before. Does that mean that I've lost hope? Is something wrong? It's nothing. You know, something is bothering me. When this fight is over and we return to the Citadel. Never mind, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That could very well happen.
I have a present.
Prophecy?
No, it is a custom that has existed here for many years. May you fight with confidence.
I will.
Wait! I will miss you with all my heart.
Is this where we part? Does that mean Sarah, she knew this? Is this some kind of joke? Then this played out like someone expected. But then who? Who? Vox? That'd be great. And what would happen were I to stop fighting? What then? That doesn't sound half bad.
Well, we know.
If you wish to become the Warrior of Light, then you must visit the world in which my master resides.
Your master? Who is this master?
The Elder Warrior of Light.
And that is the end of chapter 4. Doubt and Illusion.
These names are so familiar to me. Vox said, "This world yearns for a warrior of light." And blanks are to fulfill a prophecy to become Palamecia's hero. A blank would become the first warrior of light. However, an ancient Moogle was leading me to the home of the supposed Elder Warrior of Light.
This way.
Elder Warrior of Light?
You may already be aware, but this world once boasted someone with the title of the Warrior of Light.
Wait, what exactly do you mean by that? The prophecy said there hasn't been one yet, that one is going to appear.
It will all be clear soon. You will meet with a man who became a hero, and became the very source of that prophecy. He was the first Warrior of Light, and the name he bore was the same as your own.
So he's my predecessor.
Not in the way that you mean it. Let me instead call him Palamecia's Point of Origin.
You mean a god?
No, it appears I've completely confused you.
He's Vox?
Vox plays a role necessary for Palamecia's survival.
Meaning what?
Is that question rhetorical?
I suppose it is, at that.
And this is the beginning of chapter 5, and with this I end this chapter 4 digest, and next time, in case I actually do chapter 5 again, I'm still on the fence about that. We see what chapter 5 has to offer. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.